Good morning, everyone. It is an absolute honor to stand before you today, and I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to share some thoughts on a topic that is incredibly close to my heart: motivation. I want to start by acknowledging something we all know but rarely say out loud: life is hard. There's no getting around it. We all face challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt that make us question ourselves and our ability to achieve our dreams. But here's the beautiful part: every single person in this room has the power to rise above those challenges, to push forward despite the obstacles, and to achieve great things. And that's what motivation is all about. Motivation isn't some magical force that only a few lucky people are blessed with. It's not something that just appears when you need it most. It's a mindset, a practice, and a discipline that you cultivate every single day. And the good news is that anyone can do it. Whether you're a student striving for academic success, a professional aiming for career growth, an athlete training for the next big competition, or someone simply trying to improve your life in small, meaningful ways, motivation is within your reach. But to tap into it, we need to understand a few key truths. First, motivation is deeply personal. What drives me may not be the same thing that drives you, and that's okay. In fact, it's essential. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to copy someone else's motivation. They see a successful person and think, if I do what they're doing, I'll be successful too, but success doesn't work that way. What gets you out of bed in the morning, what excites you, what keeps you going when things get tough, that's unique to you. And discovering what that is can take time and reflection. You have to ask yourself some hard questions. What are your deepest values? What do you care about most? What are you willing to struggle for? Because here's the thing: if you're not motivated by something that truly matters to you, your motivation will fizzle out the moment things get hard. Now, once you've tapped into what truly motivates you, the next step is to nurture it. Think of motivation like a fire. You can't just light it once and expect it to keep burning on its own. You have to keep feeding it, tending to it, and protecting it from the forces that would put it out. One of the best ways to do this is to create an environment that supports your goals. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, who believe in you, and who are also striving to grow. It's amazing how much of an impact our environment can have on our motivation. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, or people who don't share your drive, it's going to be a lot harder to stay motivated. But if you're in an environment that fosters positivity, growth, and ambition, you'll find it much easier to keep pushing forward. Another important aspect of staying motivated is setting clear, achievable goals. This may sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people set vague, unrealistic goals that only serve to demotivate them in the long run. If your goal is too big or too abstract, it can feel overwhelming, and you might find yourself giving up before you've even started. Instead, break your goal down into smaller, more manageable steps. Each time you achieve one of those smaller goals, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment that will fuel your motivation to keep going. Remember, motivation builds on itself. The more you achieve, the more motivated you'll be to achieve even more. But what happens when you hit a roadblock? Because let's face it, no matter how motivated you are, there will be times when things don't go according to plan. You'll face setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. This is where resilience comes in. The ability to bounce back from failure is one of the most important traits of highly motivated people. They don't see failure as a dead end, they see it as a learning opportunity. Every setback is a chance to grow, to refine your approach, and to come back stronger. If you can develop this mindset, if you can see failure as a necessary part of the journey, you'll find it much easier to stay motivated, even when things get tough. I also want to talk about the role of discipline and motivation. Many people think of motivation as this fleeting feeling that comes and goes, but the truth is, motivation is often the result of discipline, not the other way around. If you wait until you feel motivated to do something, you might never do it. But if you develop the discipline to show up, to put in the work, even when you don't feel like it, the motivation will follow. Discipline creates momentum, and momentum creates motivation. So if there's one thing I hope you take away from today, it's this: don't wait for motivation to strike. Start with discipline, and the motivation will come. I want to remind you that motivation isn't a straight line. There will be days when you're on fire, ready to take on the world. And there will be days when you feel completely drained, unsure if you can keep going. That's normal. Motivation ebbs and flows, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep showing up, even on the hard days. Even when you don't feel motivated, just taking one small step toward your goal can make all the difference. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought: motivation is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about having a vision for your life, tapping into what truly drives you, and taking consistent action toward that vision, no matter how many times you stumble along the way. Remember, you are capable of achieving incredible things. You have within you the power to overcome any obstacle, to rise above any challenge, and to create the life you want. Motivation is deeply personal because it stems from individual values, goals, and life experiences. What drives one person may not inspire someone else, and that's what makes motivation such a unique and powerful force. Each of us is driven by different things, whether it's the desire to achieve career success, the need to provide for our families, a passion for a creative pursuit, or even a deeper sense of purpose in life. These motivations are tied to our core beliefs and what we truly value. Understanding what personally motivates you is essential for maintaining long-term drive and focus. Many people fall into the trap of trying to adopt someone else's motivation, thinking if it worked for them, it'll work for me. But that often leads to frustration and burnout. True motivation comes from within, not from external pressures or comparisons. To find lasting motivation, it's crucial to reflect on what excites you, what challenges you, and what you're willing to work hard for, even when things get tough. Once you identify what truly motivates you, everything becomes more purposeful. Whether you're working toward a promotion, improving your health, or pursuing a personal passion, the clarity of your own reasons fuels your drive. Motivation becomes sustainable when it aligns with your personal values and interests because it taps into what makes you feel fulfilled and inspired. Motivation isn't about external rewards or societal expectations. It's about finding what matters most to you and using that as your driving force. When you're connected to your personal motivations, you're more resilient, focused, and capable of overcoming obstacles on the path to your goals. Nurturing your motivation like a fire means that motivation needs constant attention and care to keep it burning brightly. Just like a fire requires fuel, intending to stay alive, your motivation needs regular reinforcement to stay strong and resilient. It's not enough to feel motivated once and expect that feeling to carry you through difficult times. You must continuously feed it with purpose, inspiration, and action. This involves setting small, achievable goals that give you a sense of progress and accomplishment, just as adding small sticks helps a fire grow. Surround yourself with people who support and inspire you and engage in activities that keep you connected to your passion and purpose. Motivation thrives when you cultivate a positive environment, free from the distractions or negativity that can extinguish your drive. At the same time, be mindful of the dampers that could weaken your motivation, such as burnout, self-doubt, or external pressures. Taking care of your mental and physical well-being is part of maintaining the fire within. If the fire starts to flicker, take a moment to refocus, rest, and reassess your goals. Even when motivation wanes, small, consistent efforts can keep it alive. By recognizing that motivation isn't a one-time spark, but a flame that needs tending, you take control of your own drive. Regular reflection, renewing your sense of purpose, and celebrating small wins along the way will ensure your motivation remains a steady, powerful force in your life. Discipline drives motivation by creating consistency and momentum, even when motivation fades. Many people believe that motivation comes first and that discipline follows, but often it's the other way around. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward on days when you don't feel motivated. It's the commitment to show up, put in the work, and stick to your goals regardless of how inspired you feel at any given moment. When you build discipline, you create habits that turn effort into routine, reducing the reliance on fleeting feelings of motivation. By taking consistent action, even when you don't feel like it, you generate small wins, which in turn reignite motivation. This creates a cycle where discipline feeds motivation, and motivation fuels further discipline. In essence, discipline sets the foundation for motivation to flourish. It eliminates the need to constantly rely on emotional highs and ensures steady progress toward your goals. The more disciplined you are, the more motivated you become, as you see the results of your hard work and develop confidence in your ability to achieve your objectives. Motivation is not a straight line because it naturally fluctuates over time. Many people expect motivation to be constant, a steady force pushing them toward their goals every day. However, the reality is that motivation comes in waves, with highs and lows. Some days you feel energized and driven, ready to tackle challenges head on. Other days, motivation is harder to find and you may struggle to make progress. This ebb and flow of motivation is completely normal. Life is full of unexpected events, stressors, and emotional shifts that can impact your drive. Understanding that motivation isn't linear allows you to be more compassionate with yourself during low points. The key is not to get discouraged when your motivation dips, but to maintain persistence through discipline and small, consistent actions. Instead of relying solely on motivation, you can build habits and routines that keep you on track, even during the low points. By accepting that motivation will fluctuate, you're better equipped to stay focused on your long-term goals without feeling defeated during tough moments. The journey toward success is rarely straightforward, and recognizing that motivation follows a similar path can help you navigate the ups and downs with resilience and determination. Persistence over perfection is a powerful mindset that emphasizes the importance of consistent effort rather than the relentless pursuit of flawlessness. In our culture, there is often an overwhelming pressure to achieve perfection in every endeavor, leading to anxiety, procrastination, and ultimately paralysis. Many people find themselves waiting for the perfect moment to act, fearing mistakes or failures, which can prevent them from making any progress at all. However, the reality is that perfection is an unrealistic standard. No one is perfect, and every journey involves setbacks, learning experiences, and growth opportunities. By prioritizing persistence, you shift your focus from an unattainable ideal to the value of continuous improvement. This mindset encourages you to take action, even if that action is imperfect. When you embrace persistence, you create a path for learning and adapting. Every step you take, no matter how small, contributes to your growth and brings you closer to your goals. Instead of allowing the fear of imperfection to hold you back, you learn to appreciate the process, celebrate small victories, and view setbacks as part of the learning journey. Moreover, persistence builds resilience. By committing to keep moving forward, even in the face of challenges, you develop the strength to overcome obstacles. This creates a positive feedback loop where progress fuels motivation, and motivation encourages further action. Ultimately, choosing persistence over perfection empowers you to embrace your journey, allowing you to grow, learn, and achieve your goals in a more meaningful and fulfilling way. Believing in your potential is the cornerstone of achieving your goals and dreams. It involves recognizing that you have the capacity for growth, change, and success. This belief serves as a powerful motivator, propelling you to take action and pursue your ambitions, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. Self-doubt can be one of the most significant barriers to reaching your full potential. It can whisper negative thoughts, convincing you that you're not good enough or that you'll never succeed. However, embracing a belief in your potential means challenging those limiting beliefs and replacing them with affirmations of your capabilities. Understand that everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and what truly matters is your willingness to learn, adapt, and grow. When you believe in your potential, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences. This mindset encourages you to take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace challenges as learning experiences rather than obstacles. It fosters resilience, enabling you to bounce back from failures and view them as valuable lessons on your journey. Moreover, believing in your potential cultivates a growth mindset. Instead of seeing intelligence or talent as fixed traits, you recognize that they can be developed through dedication and effort. This perspective not only enhances your motivation, but also inspires those around you, creating a positive ripple effect. Ultimately, believing in your potential is about trusting yourself and your abilities. It's about setting ambitious goals and being committed to achieving them, no matter how daunting they may seem. When you cultivate this belief, you empower yourself to pursue your passions, overcome challenges, and create a fulfilling life aligned with your true purpose. As we come to the end of this speech, I want to take a moment to reflect on the journey we've discussed today. Motivation, discipline, and persistence are not just concepts, they are essential tools that can transform your life. Remember, motivation is deeply personal, so take the time to discover what truly inspires you. Nurture that motivation like a fire, tending to it and ensuring it burns brightly in your life. Understand that motivation is not a straight line, it will ebb and flow, and that's completely normal. Embrace the idea of persistence over perfection, recognizing that consistent effort is far more valuable than striving for unattainable ideals. And most importantly, believe in your potential. You are capable of achieving great things, and when you trust in your abilities, you unlock a world of possibilities. As you leave here today, I encourage you to take these ideas to heart. Set your goals, reflect on what drives you, and take action, even if it's imperfect. Remember that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams. Surround yourself with positivity, commit to your journey, and know that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle. Thank you for your time and attention today. I hope you leave here inspired to pursue your goals with renewed energy and a belief in your limitless potential. Keep moving forward and never underestimate the power of motivation in your life.